Right, so today we are doing the ultimate bro bowl. Basically, it's a chicken and rice bowl, really clean, big flavor. This recipe is inspired by Ben Lippert, really amazing chef, great content creator, and he says that he likes to make all his chicken and rice bowls with sushi rice. So we've got 1 mug of sushi rice into the bowl. We're gonna cover it in cold water and just give it a little mix and release all of that starch. As you can see, the water's gonna get a little bit cloudy, and that's all the starch releasing out. That's what we want. We now need to do it 2 more times. And on the 3rd time, you should be mixing it and the water should be a lot clearer. So, pull that away. It's important to note that when cooking sushi rice, you want to use equal quantities of rice and water. So this is 1 mug of rice. We need to scoop up 1 mug of water. That goes in. Touch of salt. Now, this goes onto the heat, bring it up to the boil, and then just simmer that with the lid on for about 12 to 15 minutes, after which we just set it to one side, forget about it, and that is just sushi rice done. Now we're gonna move on to our lovely chicken. So we've got a whole chicken here, and it is really cost effective to buy a whole chicken and learn how you can separate it into breasts, drums, and wings, okay? Not only are you gonna get a better product, it's cheaper, and it's quite fun as well. So I'm going to show you how to debone this whole chicken. First things first, it's ideal to have a boning knife, okay? You want something quite thin that can get into all the nooks and crannies. This is a bit of a lifesaver. If you were doing it with a chef's knife, it would be quite difficult, especially if you're a beginner. So the first thing we're going to do is remove the wishbone. So the wishbone runs along the breasts here. So you want to peel the skin back and cut down either side of the wishbone, and then get your fingers in there and twist it and pull it out, but not break it, ideally. Okay, so once that's removed, the next step is to get rid of the legs. So turn it on the side. You want to cut down in between the legs and the breast, pop it out of its socket, and then you've got a really nice natural line to follow. These are delicious. Chicken legs, you can confit them, you can roast them for your Sunday lunch. But if you want to separate it, what you can do is, right here is normally a fat line. And that fat line gives us a really good indication where the joint meets. So if you run your knife along that fat line, usually you're going to find the joint and you can separate your drumsticks and your thighs. Now, onto the breasts. So we're just going to cut down the length of the breastplate. So your knife is going to go in like this, and it's going to work its way, and you just want to follow the line of the animal. There we have it. That is our chicken breast. And what I love about this is that you get a much bigger breast, but you also get the skin, and the skin for me is like the best bit. So we don't want the whole wing. So similar to the leg, you just want to find where the joint is, cut through it. We'll use that for chicken wings or a stock maybe. But there is our chicken supreme, if you want to be fancy. Was that good? Did you find that educational, Mikey?
It's very educational.
So from 1 chicken, we've got 2 lovely chicken breasts. We have 2 thighs, 2 drumsticks, and some chicken wings. So now we've jointed the chicken, we've got our beautiful chicken breast here, chicken supreme. We're just going to season it with a little bit of salt and pepper, and then get that into a hot frying pan, skin side down, and cook that until the skin is nice and golden brown and crispy. Isn't that just like the best sound ever? I would say that, the sound of waves crashing, the sound of an Aperol Spritz ice shaking, the sound of a fire cracking, a beero opening. So we're just cooking this on a medium heat. We don't want to go too high because we want to allow the chicken to have time to render out some of that fat, but we want that deep golden brown color, because that right there is Flavor Town. Once you joint a chicken yourself and realize how much more meat you get the skin on, and you get to keep the carcasses, which can encourage you to make stock, because stock is something that is going to elevate your cooking to the next level. But it also has loads of health benefits. A lot of girls in LA now are drinking bone broth because it's really good for collagen. So not only is it good for you, it's delicious, and it helps you looking young. We're just going to sear off the outside of the underlayer. Is that the right one? We're just going to sear off the side of the other side. No, we're just gonna sear off the side of the, what the fuck? Now onto tender stem broccoli. This, yeah, I've just given up, just given up. Chicken and broccoli is like a weightlifter's dream. So this is gonna go into the pan. That goes into an oven for about 10 minutes at 180 degrees, and then in that time we can crack on with the salad. The salad is super simple. It's just diced cucumber and avocado with a bit of chopped coriander, lime juice, olive oil, a little bit of salt and pepper. Mix that into a bowl, set that aside, that is good to go. Oh my God. That's wicked good now. Ooh. So, chicken is done. Just gonna let that rest, come up to temperature while we get on with our dressing. Now, this dressing is possibly my favorite dressing in the world. It's really smoky, sweet, spicy, and it starts off with these incredible ingredient, and it's jarred roasted red peppers. These peppers are really nice. They're picked when they're ripe. They're roasted over fire. They're then preserved in this beautiful vinegary brine, and they're just delicious. They're sweet, they're tangy. They've got that amazing acidic note on there, so we're going 2 red peppers in there. Following that is half a clove of garlic. Squeeze the lemon juice. Okay, so right now, already the flavor is pretty intense, but we're not gonna stop there because we're gonna add in some Dijon mustard, which is kind of critical for any dressing. This is gonna help bind the water and the fat. So Dijon mustard, and it's also delicious, so it's a bit of a win-win. Now, those of you who love the channel will know my love of harissa. It is a blended chili and pepper paste from North Africa, and it just is just such an umami kick, and it's going into the dressing. And then all we have to do is glug in loads of good quality extra virgin olive oil. So about 100 ml, I reckon. And then just a splash of red wine vinegar. Mmm. So there we have it. That is my chicken and rice bro bowl. It is pan-fried chicken with roasted broccoli, a beautiful cucumber and avocado salsa, sushi rice underneath, and the most incredible red pepper and harissa dressing. That is so good. I know, I shouldn't be surprised. That right there, it's a perfect balance of flavors. I can have that every day and not get bored. But if you like these videos, please like and subscribe. Comment down below what you want to see next. We've got some big things coming this summer. So stay tuned, and we'll see you next time for another video. Okay, ready? Why is no one ready?
Why is no one ready?
That's a bit iconic. Okay.